Waking up, I smell the coffee in the air. Stocks opening today, I'm gon' trade. If you can't take no risks, how you gon' learn how it feels like to be financially stable, physically able to enjoy the finer things in life? Look at me, man, I'm living like a dream. To get ahead in life, you gotta grind. You gotta use what you have to survive.
Now we're going to look for high value and low value nodes. And it's a tool over here called the Fixed Range Volume Profile. What we're going to do is we can zoom into our chart and we can really look for these things on various time frames. And it's all relevant to the time frame in which you are actually trading in. And then you can control them over here inside your object tree. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and turn these ones off for now. As an example, we want to know what type of volume profile did this particular Apple stock have, let's say back from 2020 to today. And what it's going to do is it's going to show us where the most amount of volume was traded over this particular time frame. As you can see, this is an extremely high value node here that also happened to be a daily level, as you can see, which makes a lot of sense. And what this means is, because there was so much volume traded here, as you can see, as we came up to break through this level again, after we had fallen through it, it now became resistance, which you can clearly see here how large this node is compared to everything else. Now, we then had a bounce, which also happened to have been at one of those Fibonacci levels here at this 382, which also happened to align, you can see here, with an additional high value node. But if you notice what happened between this high value node and this next major high value node on the daily chart, it basically virtually price just sliced and fell straight through this area. And these aren't small nodes either, but these are much smaller. You can see how price literally just fell right through them and stopped at this next node. And now what's happened on Apple on the daily chart here, you can see that it's fallen further to this one, and looking for next support likely would be at this area at 125 if we continue to fall. Furthermore, going down from there. We can draw this, going back to any time frame, and then additionally, we can do this on lower time frames as well, whether it be a 10-minute chart, 12-minute chart, an hour chart, doesn't really matter. We can simply go within a time frame that we want to trade and we want to look at, and then we can see where we might get resistance. Again, you can see right here was a node on a much shorter time frame with just this much data, but you can see how price temporarily was support, but basically came up to this particular level with these nodes, got rejected here, came up here again, got rejected here. This massive node here became support, as you can see, and then got rejected at this one, and so forth and so on. And so this data down here, though, of course, would give us more accurate data if we were to go back to a larger time frame, and we could see what those levels look like way back over here that would have correlated here. So we would have actually pulled all of this data in and basically just done this area here that we would have really cared to look at. And then you could have seen here the different nodes in this particular area, what that looks like on a lower time frame, so forth and so on, which makes it difficult to do as this was months and months and months ago. So we'd have to really, scroll back to be able to look at all the data. But that's basically high value nodes and low value nodes in a nutshell, how that works, how this particular tool works, called the Fixed Range Volume Profile tool. That's free here on TradingView. And then you can simply just draw it based on your time frame and the time frame you want to look at and trade. But you can see how this was, very well respected, and again can give us some additional confluence with our daily levels, our weekly levels, and also our Fibonacci levels to create additional confluence from the chart standpoint. Later we'll go into bullish and bearish divergence. Now how we apply all of these things while we look for bullish divergence or we look for bearish divergence in a shorting scenario.
People in your circle with drive. Make sure your inner beast is out in the field of play. It's no jokes, no games, super simple trade.